All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today, we're talking about Steelers rookie defensive tackle Keeanu Benton and his big-time performance against the Green Bay Packers, and yet another close victory for the Steelers football team. Look, obviously, the Steelers are winning a lot of games close. In order to do that, you need young guys to step up, and Benton did just that against Green Bay. We've got a great set of cut-ups to show you today. As always, if you appreciate this content, give us a like, give us a comment with any feedback you might have, but let's go ahead and jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with a run defense. There has been right there. He is in what we call a 2-eye right here on the guard, two inside eye lined up right there. And the Green Bay Packers are going to run a kind of run scheme in this situation that's very common in the NFL. They're going to get all the offensive linemen working to their left here, the left side of your screen. You're going to get everyone working this direction right here to get a lot of flow right here from the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're going to get the tight end from the Green Bay Packers. He's going to come this direction at the snap and kick the end man out on the line of scrimmage. And the whole point here is to create here for this Packers offense a seal here with the tight end kicking out and getting everybody working this way to create a seal here, have the running back take a path and then get up north and south right there. It's a really tough play for defenses to stop, especially in the red zone. It puts a lot of pressure on people like Benton in this situation. He's got to make sure he doesn't get reached. He's got to maintain his gap responsibility and come off and make the play. This is a great job of it right here on this play. Let's check out how he does. All right, you can see all the offensive linemen working to their left. You can see the tight end coming down. Watch Benton right here. Fight off. Look, that's a really great job. See how he maintained his gap because he can't get reached. Because if he gets reached and cut off, the running back for the Green Bay Packers will just follow right here and he'll walk in for a touchdown. So Benton has to make sure he doesn't get reached and keeps maintaining his gap, that gap in between the center and the guard. See how he keeps working right there. See how he holds his gap? Right here, this running back's looking for a chance. Okay, if we get reached, if my right guard reaches Benton right there, I'll just follow this up inside and walk in for a touchdown. If not, I'll go north and south with the seal. And you can kind of see it happening right here. You can see the right tackle creating the seal and defense there. You can see the tight end coming right here. And you can see the running back. Right now he's thinking, okay, Benton's not reached. I got to get north and south. But watch what Benton does. He plays off the block and makes the tackle. Phenomenal job. Because 54 for the Pittsburgh Steelers does not play this perfectly. He actually undercuts it. He wouldn't have made that play there. And if Benton doesn't come off and make this tackle, it's 1-1, 240-pound running back on safety around the 3-yard line. That's a mismatch for the Steelers. This is probably a Packers touchdown. Instead, it's a minimal gain because Benton did a phenomenal job, not just doing his base responsibility, which is maintaining the gap, but playing off the block and making the tackle. This is elite level stuff from the young Steelers rookie.
Yeah, Nick, and we see here the growth in a guy like Benton. Every week, he's been getting a little bit better in some regards, and this week, he has absolute highest grade in the tackling department per PFF, 72.3 tackling grade this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You see the effects of that right here, just becoming a more sure tackler. Benton is becoming a very solid player for this Pittsburgh defense, and that all starts at the point of attack and then being able to finish the play with the tackle.
All right, going the other way right now, there has been right there at a nose guard situation. We call this a zero technique head up right there on the center. And this is going to be a pass rush situation. And these are really good situations if you have an athletic nose guard in this situation to take advantage of. Because obviously the Steelers, they've got a lot of great pass rushers. Of course, TJ Watt on top of that list. And when you have another defensive tackle line up to your left, you're thinking in this case, you've got a one-on-one matchup with the center. This is an opportunity for you, if you're an athletic nose guard, to make a big play. And Benton does just that. Let's watch him dominate this matchup and end up getting a big play on the quarterback. All right, there's the snap. Beats the center cleanly. That is beautiful stuff, folks. Oh, that's a great move. I love that. Watch out how he's going to end up kind of faking to the center's right there. Real quick little move right there with his hand. It gets the center to react slightly, and then he does a powerful counter move and gets by him, and then the arm over, the swim move to finish it off. That's really good technique, folks. I mean, that's like veteran stuff. Guy who's played 6 years in the NFL, honing his craft kind of play right there. Here's what I really love about it, though. Not only does he beat the center straight up, which is obviously a really nice play, but he ends up going one-on-one on the guard there coming in to help and blows him back, fights off, gets half the sack. This is elite level nose guard stuff, right? Beating the center, great job, step one. Powering through the guard and then coming off and making half the sack too. Again, rookie defensive lineman, not really expecting a whole heck of a lot, but he's delivering a lot. This is one of the reasons why the Steelers are winning all these close games. It's their defense making plays, and it's not just the big name guys. Obviously, TJ Watt's involved here too. But it's these role players stepping up. It's these young guys making plays, winning one-on-ones, and then powering through a second guy, and then coming off and making the play. This is why the Steelers can get outgained literally every game this season and still be 6-3 and in the playoff hunt. It's plays like this. It's the fact that they're really, really good at the line of scrimmage, and they're really, really clutch at making big plays. And it all starts up front. And it all starts with young guys like Benton winning these one-on-one matchups and playing with a high motor and high energy. This kid has a lot of star potential to him. He looks like a future big-time superstar in this league as a defensive lineman. But right now, at this point of his career, he's already a key contributor.
Yeah, Nick, and we see here this play is an absolute just demoralization for the offense. He gets through two offensive linemen, able to stop the quarterback. And this, per PFF, is what they call a stop. A stop is a tackle that constitutes in a failure for the offense. Again, we see the growth in Benton. He had the most stops this week that he has had in his short career thus far. He had 3 total plays that constituted as a stop this week. That is big-time football. Those are really big numbers. If you get 3 stops in the game, that is really impactful football.
All right, so on the first 2 plays, we showed him making a nice play in the running game. On the second play, we showed him getting half a sack, a great pass rush. But there's another element to Benton's game, and this is probably my favorite part of his game. It's his effort. It's his 1-2. It's his competitiveness. Right here, the Green Bay Packers are going to end up running a screen. It's going to be a one-on-one pass protection here. They're going to try and just run TJ Watt upfield. You're going to have the right guard and the center pass set and then get out and try and pick up linebackers and safeties. Benton right here reads that it's pass and tries to go to the move we just showed on the earlier play, but watch him as he recognizes that it's a screen, reacts, and shows a lot of effort and athleticism to make the big-time tackle. Let's check out how it goes. So you can see right there, Benton thinks it's the pass. He already did his move right there, his kind of swim move. And then right here, he's like, screen. And watch him get his foot in the ground and sprint. This is a nose guard, folks. Delivers a shot, no gain. Let's back this up here. Let's say he was lazy, right? Let's say he was slow, not trying hard. And let's say he was just hanging out back behind here. This is probably a touchdown. They've got number 20 blocked. Number 23 has to make a play in space, right? If he's lazy, if he's lollygagging, if he's not hustling, this is probably a touchdown or at least a big play. Instead, look what he does. Redirects, hustles, big time stop. Big hit too, across the board. Again, this is why the Steelers are winning. This is winning football. It doesn't seem like much. I know we expect a lot from these pro athletes to hustle and try hard, but look, we all see it on Sundays all the time when we watch a lot of different teams. A lot of guys don't put in the effort. They may start jogging here, or maybe they're not great athletes, going to get caught in this trash and end up falling flat on their face. I mean, not to make fun of number 94 right here, but it's kind of what he does, right? Completely falls down, completely tripped over someone, it looks like. Benton doesn't fall down. He keeps his balance, gets his foot in the ground, and then starts hustling. I mean, this is great football. So if this is winning football, this is what the Steelers are doing. This is what Benton is doing. It's just good quality winning football. People look for the offense to do more, and it needs to do more. People look for the stars to make more plays, and it always helps when the stars make plays. But when you got guys up front playing winning football, guess what? You win a lot of football games. It's literally that simple. And Benton's athleticism and his effort and his competitiveness is all part of that formula.
Yeah, Nick. And Benton just chucking down this wide receiver or running back, rather. He is running across the field. It's a tough tackle for a 310-plus pound man to make, to be able to cover all that space, make the tackle. I think he's making up. Last week, this again, see a young rookie. They have rookie games. Sometimes they make mistakes. Last week, his missed tackle percentage was about 50%. Not very good. Comes back this week, 0% missed tackle rate. He made every tackle that he was a part of this week. I think it's a big-time growth, and we see some big-time plays again right here for Benton.
All right, going back to a run defense, there has been right there at the zero technique. And this is a situation with the Green Bay Packers. This is a game plan situation for the Packers where they said, listen, we're playing a rookie today at zero technique. He's going to be nose guard. Let's try and challenge him a little bit with a downhill running scheme. So the Packers are going to do is they're going to bring this man in motion across here. That's just designed to get flow from the linebackers and the safeties. But the real action is they're going to get double teams right here to the linebacker. They're going to get kick out blocks right here. Working up to 93 as the right guard. They're going to get the tight end coming here, kicking out the in man on the line of scrimmage. but this is going to be a power concept. This is, instead of the earlier run play was sort of designed to potentially go more outside. The whole point here is to run basically right in this A gap right here, potentially this A gap right here, put a lot of pressure on Benton. Let's watch how he handles it here. The Green Bay Packers challenged Benton, see if he could stand his ground, and he did just that on this play. Let's check out how it goes. You can see the motion man, and you can see the pitch right there. You can see the double teams. You can see the tight end coming to kick the in man on the line of scrimmage. You can see the right guard working up to 93. You can see the kick out blocks there. You can see the whole kind of develop right there. And here, Benton at the snap, he plays to that gap. I think that's what he thinks the assignment is. But watch how he holds his ground and then works back and is in great position. Phenomenal stuff here from Benton. Now, look. He doesn't get credit for making the initial tackle because if you look at the Green Bay Packers right guard, he delivers an absolutely devastating shot, I believe, on a Landon Roberts right there. Look at this. Landon Roberts goes flying. But the beauty of it is it actually ended up clogging up the hole a little bit. 92 ends up getting there as well, ends up being part of that. Really good team run defense, by the way. This is what I love about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We talk winning football. How about a linebacker just flying downhill, reckless abandon to fill the gap, right? Because it looks ugly because he is absolutely depleted. But I tell you what, that's winning football. It's creating a pile, right? You got your own guy coming in now to help clean up. You got Ben right there coming off the block in there as well. And they all just stone him and drive him back. Winning football, folks. Again, Benton securing his gap, the play side A gap, secured. Recognize it's cutting back behind him, playing off. He's in position to make the tackle if need be. This was a challenge up front to Benton. This was a challenge up front to 92. This was a challenge up front to Landon Roberts by the Green Bay Packers. And the Steelers defense, good, fundamental, clean team defense. They won. Gap integrity, right? Running back can't run this way. You've got the linebacker seeing the hole open up. He flies downhill. You got number 2 fighting off the double team, coming inside, getting a part of the tackle. You got Benton fighting off the block. He would have been there to help, ends up cleaning up the play. Folks, this is why the Steelers are winning football games. I can't say it enough. Selfless, clean, fundamental team football. Gap integrity, playoff, become part of the tackle. It seems so simple, but a lot of teams can't get it done. The Steelers are figuring it out, and that's why they're 6-3. All right, here we go. Going the other way right now, there is Benton right there. Again, he's lined up at what we call a Twoy technique here. This is a passing situation, obviously, because there's nobody in the backfield for the Green Bay Packers. This is going to be a situation where Benton's going to run a kind of stunt action here inside to try and cross the center's face. Ends up being one-on-one with the center right there from the Green Bay Packers. This is another element to Benton's game. Again, we talk about him playing the run, being a physical nose guard, zero technique. We talk about his ability to hustle, be a great athlete. We talk about him being a point of attack run defender. We talk about him fighting through double teams and good quick swim moves and things like that. But he also has this ability to line up in a more traditional defensive tackle and still get after the quarterback. Let's check out how he does. Okay, you can see the slant inside right here. And look at this. Oh, my goodness. His pass rush moves are so pretty. I mean, he loves the swim move, right? That arm over right there. But he executes it so good. Watch his right arm. See how he gets it right there, his right arm. It's really hard to see because the camera's in the way there a little bit. But Benton's getting his right arm right on the outside shoulder pad of the center, and then he brings his left arm over. And when you get your outside arm right that on the center or whoever's offensive line is blocking you like that, that constricts the centers, or again, whoever the offensive lineman is, it constricts their arms inside. They can't get them up to on you, and you can actually pull them to you a little bit, get a little momentum going forward, and then you can use the swim move over the top like we see right there. Pressure on the quarterback, incomplete, nearly intercepted. This is phenomenal stuff, guys. This is one-on-one pass rush situation, clean victory, hit on the quarterback. I tell you what, the more I watch a Benton, the more I think he's going to be a superstar in this league. I really think he's that good. This is another great draft pick from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Great athlete, great swim move, really good fundamentals, great effort, great intensity. He checks every single box from a young defensive tackle, and he's only getting better.
You know, Nick, I think this was a great play by Benton. I don't really have a place to bring this statistic up because he hasn't done it yet. This was a perfect opportunity on this swim move to commit a penalty by the offensive line as far as holding him. But one thing Benton hasn't done all season, and that is let up a single penalty. He has not had any negative plays against them. I think that's something very impressive for the rookie. And it's hard to bring up when someone doesn't do something, but that is just a really bright spot for me. Benton, no penalties committed against him all season long.
All right, going with another pass rush situation, there has been once again at a head up nose guard zero technique. And now we're starting to see at this point in the game the second order effects. Because right now, Jordan Love, that young quarterback, of course, he knows that Benton's getting pressure in his face all game long. And now we're going to start to see what that does. It has a cumulative effect on a quarterback, on an offense, and it creates negative plays for the offense, positive plays for the defense. Let's check out what happens here. All right, watch Benton beats the center again. Right here, look at Jordan Love. At this point, he has three guys, right? He has the center who's kind of already beaten, but he's got his left guard and his running back there to pick up Benton. Jordan Love, though, knows Benton's getting pressure on him all day, and he's staring down big number 95 right there. He doesn't have to leave the pocket, but he knows Benton's been hitting him. He knows Benton's been in his grill, and he's gotten actually a half a sack on him all game. So what does Jordan Love do? He bails. Didn't need a bail. Gets outside the pocket. No one's really open. Has to throw it away. Incomplete pass. This is the second order effects, right? When you're getting good pass rushers on the quarterback, he'll bail early when he doesn't need to. Ends up being a dead play for the offense and a win for the defense. These second order effects is what makes the Steelers so dangerous. Because look, we all know when TJ Watt, he can cause these kind of things, right? You got quarterbacks looking for Watt all game long. This'll, Watt comes at you. You're going to bail as fast as you can, get rid of the ball as fast as you can. But if other guys like Benton start contributing this kind of effect on quarterbacks, I mean, this defense may be unscorable. Like, no one's going to be able to score on them. And this is what happens when you get early pressure on the quarterback, when you beat these offensive linemen, when you get the opportunity. It gets in their head, even when you didn't need to. Like, if I freeze frame it right here, I hate freeze framing quarterback, but right there, if you freeze frame it, this is actually a pretty good pocket right here for Jordan Love to sit here for a second and maybe hit a big play down the field, right? Because if you go through this, you can see some guys maybe breaking open. Maybe he's going to break open if he sits in the pocket. Who knows what's going on the left? But he bails right there because he knows Benton's got pressure on him all day. He's scared to death that Benton's going to hit him again. Jordan Love gets out of the pocket, ends up having to throw it away. These second order effects is what puts the Steelers defense over the top. And while it doesn't look impressive on the stat sheet, it makes them really tough to beat, and it will continue to have a big impact the rest of the season.
And Nick, I think we've seen here just exactly Benton has earned one key thing. Going back to the beginning of the season, we see he's barely sprinkled into games, 10, 19, 20 plays per game. These last 2 weeks, he has built up all season just how good he is, but he's finally worked his way into the starting rotation. 47, 45 snaps the last 2 games. I think this guy is here to stay, and he showed us exactly how good of a player he's going to be for this Pittsburgh Steelers team.
All right, last play for you here today. There has been lined up in a 3 technique, this time on the outside shoulder of that guard. And the Green Bay Packers are basically running a wide zone scheme. They're going to get everybody up front, working to their left, trying to get everybody basically running this direction here, get everybody working to cut people off. The running back's going to take a wide path, and whenever he sees a crease, to get north and south, because you're going to get the entire defense flowing this way. So the whole goal is to get hats on hats here from the offense, get everyone running, and when the running back sees a crease, he'll hit it hard. And that puts a lot of pressure on these guys on the backside, and specifically Benton. And Benton right here, this is far from his prettiest play. This is not a win. If PFF graded this, they'd probably call it a loss. But this may be my favorite play from Benton all game long, because even though it's not the prettiest, even though it's not this most physically dominating by far, he still finds a way to get the job done. Let's check out how he does. All right, you can see everyone from the Packers running to their left, our right. You can see the running back path is wide, and then he tries to get north and south. And let's focus on Benton right here. He gets kind of blown there a little bit, right? He kind of gets shoved along. It's kind of a double team action as they're trying to cut people off here on the backside, sort of a scoop kind of deal. And he gets completely thrown around, right? Not ideal. 3-4 yards off the ball. He's kind of flailing a little bit. But here's what I love about this play. Again, far from his prettiest play, probably a loss. He's stumbling. He slips under his feet. Look at this position right here. This is not a good position to be in. But he still comes off and makes a tackle. This is awesome stuff. I love this. I love guys who have so-called bad reps, who get blown around a little bit, who kind of flailing all over the place, but still find a way to make the play, still find a way to get a job done. Those are the best kind of players, right? The guys who just, hey, it's not their best day or not their best play or whatever it is. But guess what? Push comes to shove, fights off the block, makes a tackle. Here's what I love about this too. Look, he's falling all over the place. Look how strong he is to keep his left arm in that offensive lineman's chest and then throw him to the side. This is unadulterated strength here. Like, he's falling away. Right now, Benton is falling away. He's getting shoved by the right tackle. Watch him recalibrate himself, shove his left arm into the right guard's chest, and the right guard ends up falling away. That is awesome stuff. That is incredible strength, incredible power, incredible athleticism, and just downright want to. I want to make a play. I want to be a good player for this defense. And Benton is proving to be just that.